Hello fellow queens, it's your boy Isadora, and this is an October and November favorites and fails video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, haunt, laugh, love, whatever. Let's get into it. I got a lot of shit to talk about. First things first is my favorite, my plant, my Monstera Shakira. She is coming out with a new leaf right now. I'll insert a picture of it. Look at that beautiful baby leaf. She's thriving. I received her as a gift from a friend, and everybody told me that monsteras are very temperamental and I would probably kill her. Homegirl is sprouting a new leaf every 12 minutes. Incredible. Shout out to my wife Shakira. All right, my second favorite is the Selkie bat dress. Now, I believe this is like a composite of 15th century botanical prints. I'll show you some pictures of me wearing it and how I styled it. Here's what they did on like the website, and here's like how I wore it. This dress fits incredibly. I've never made a purchase from Selkie before. Thing is, I really appreciate their aesthetic. A lot of the things are just not shit that I would wear ever. I tend to do more like, I don't know, more unisex, more like a blend of masculine and feminine, and I'm not really wearing super frilly hoof dresses. Also, a lot of the things they sell, like those super low cut dresses, I got fat titties and I wear a sports bra like every day, so I just feel like practically I could not wear one of those without like showing the whole world my nipples, and you ain't getting that shit for free, dog. So, but Selkie dress, it's cut perfectly. It looks amazing. I love it as a layering piece, especially dressing it up, dressing it down. I wore it to like a Japanese themed speakeasy in the city, like hidden behind a soda machine. Incredible. 10/10. Let me know like if you've picked up anything from Selkie. Like honestly, I've always found their prices, like for me, I don't mind spending a lot of money on something if I feel like it's a super useful staple that I would get a lot out of. This dress, yes, is definitely something I can wear in a variety of ways. Don't really feel that way about a lot of their other pieces, even though they are super beautiful and I appreciate them. But this bat dress goes fucking crazy. It's literally who I am. Next favorite, these are panggujang, salted like butter croissant snacks. This is like the second or third bag of these I've bought from the Korean market this fall. Check them out. Like if you have like an Asian supermarket near you, see if you can get them. They're like the panggujang like bakery snacks, salted butter roll. These are incredible. I'm gonna open it right now just to show you how fucking fire it is. And they're so cute. They're little baby croissants. Oh, no, I just ate breakfast, so I'm not hungry, so we're not gonna eat them now, but I love those. Like 10/10 recommend. My next favorite gotta be Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I saw this movie in theaters. I wept openly. I felt fucked up for like a week. I'm still thinking about it. I had nails inspired by it. I'll link my review and the short of like my GDT Frankenstein inspired nails in the box, brother. Couldn't get enough of that fucking movie. I'm still thinking about it. Like, to this day, I think I gotta see it again, like for real, for real. All right, next favorite. If you notice I'm looking over here, it's because I have a list of all my shit. Some of it's next to me to show you, some of it isn't. It just be that way. I don't have a ton of time to film today, so. All right, next favorite gotta be the patches that I've put on my jacket. I'll insert some pictures. I got like a vampire fang patch, and I got one of a ghost flipping you off. Wow, English language, crazy. And it says see you in hell. I've been mad into DIYing stuff. I think I'm actually gonna do a video of like all the things that I DIY'd in 2025. I'll come out in like early 2026 though, so. Next favorite. So I had a horrible allergic reaction all over the front of my neck. We'll get more into that later. But I went to a dermatologist here in Mexico City at the Business Soprano Skin. Loved it. He literally saved my life. I was in so much pain and so much discomfort. All the usual things I do to care for my skin weren't working. And he was like, you're having a severe allergic reaction. You need to stop using all the shit I was using to fix it on my own. It's just making it worse. He actually had me double my allergy meds and do like a new regimen for 2 weeks, and it includes the La Roche-Posay Toleraine Dermalergo Fluid. This Now, honestly, this makes my skin look beautiful. This does more for me than all of my other skincare products combined. And I'm thinking in the future, like when I run out of everything else I have, replacing everything with just this. So this was again recommended to me by a doctor. It's super good for sensitive skin and even like compromised skin. And genuinely, I'm on my face today. I just have this SPF in powder, like, I think it looks like I have a fucking filter on my face. This, one thing though, it comes in a little bit. I've only been using this for like a little over a week and I feel like most of it was gone. But again, I feel like if I'm replacing like a multi-step routine with just this, it might be cost effective. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is incredible. Oh. Huge favorite. My next favorite is itacates. If you don't know what those are, like they're like triangular corn like vessels for like guisados, which are like meats and flavors and sauce. So they're like a regional Mexican food. They come from, I think, Nahuatl, which is like one of the native groups and like their native language within Mexico. If you didn't know, like there's hundreds of native groups still like thriving throughout like Mexico. There's whole regions where like they don't even recognize the Mexican government. So like real king. Yeah. But there's a lot of words within Mexican Spanish that come from these languages, like especially if you're in like the Yucatan, like they call it like Yucateco slang, and the accent that has like a lot of like Maya in it. Up here around like Mexico City where I'm at, I swear I've heard people speaking like Nahuatl in public, and it's so fucking cool. Anyway, itacates come from the Nahuatl word that basically means like to-go food, more or less. Again, not a professional translator, not a scholar, just some dumb bitch, but I want you to appreciate the glory of an itacate if you ever come across it. When I visited Tepoztlan with a friend, like I went to the mercado and I picked up like a dozen itacates, and I froze some and I've been eating them for like a month. So actually this morning I'm running low on groceries, so I took an itacate out of my freezer and I toasted it up and I dipped it in hummus, which that's actually super rad. Like if you don't know, there's like a long history of like Lebanese culture, Lebanese food, Lebanese migration within Mexico and Latin America. That's why we have like tacos al pastor on like the trompa. So I was just thriving. I was in my element this morning. But yeah, I've been eating so many itacates. I prefer the blue corn ones. I just love blue corn in general. Like when I can, I'll get like blue corn tortillas. Usually I gotta go to like tianguis to get those though. And I ain't always be on time, just being real with you. Like, sometimes on a Sunday, I'm like, do I want to go to the tianguis or do I want to sleep for 6 more hours? And I'm a sloth, so I want to sleep for 6 more hours. But yeah, super into the itacates. They're more of like a regional kind of food, so like you'll find them in some parts of Mexico, but not everywhere. Depending on like where you live in Mexico, if you are Mexican, or like if you're a foreigner, like where you visited, you might not really have seen them. There's a lot of like super cool regional foods like based on like the native groups, like in San Luis Potosi and Veracruz, like because of like Huasteca, like there's like different like bacoles and shit. Fire. Anyway, we're gonna move on because I could talk about like Mexican food for 46 years, like clearly. All right, so we're gonna move on. My next favorite gotta be, I've been a Depeche Mode freak. This fall, on my 2 favorite albums gotta be Songs of Faith and Devotion and Violator. For me, Songs of Faith and Devotion is a no fucking skip album. I love that album. I listen to that, and I listen to like all the remixes. Like literally, I know people will be like, oh, like modern music is so derivative, and sometimes I'm like, all right, but I've literally listened to like the Butthole Liquor mix, the like Seinfeld bass slap mix, the like, I don't know, Moon Landing was fake mix of like In Your Room by Depeche Mode. Like, especially I gotta say Songs of Faith and Devotion is probably my top Depeche Mode album. Violator has some like pure fucking bangers on it. I think that's the one that Personal Jesus came from originally, which has gotta be probably their most like famous track, you know? 1,000,010 recommend. I fucking, all I want to do is fucking listen to Depeche Mode. That's it. Like no other music is real to me right now. Like I'm fucking thriving. Puro Pinche Depeche Mode. Like nothing else. Like, I'm so fucking fixated. For me, like this whole month, it's gotta be like Tecates and Depeche Mode. Nothing else is real. All right. What else I got on this fucking list? Oh shit, I got this Coca-Cola lip balm off Amazon when I was really depressed. Look at how cute it is. Yeah, and this just comes right off. Now, this actually smells and tastes like Coca-Cola. I'm just like, I can't lie, like, I feel like when you first moved, so I never really drank a lot of soda. In Mexico, they really got me hooked on the Diet Coke, and then I learned that like Coke is not really an innate part of Mexican culture. It's just because in many parts of the country, like I think Chiapas especially, like Coke pretty much lobbied to control all natural water, like took it over, and they made Coca-Cola cheaper than water. So like in some states in Mexico, Coke is like a staple because the people genuinely can't afford water. They can only afford this. So like I only found out about that like more recently. I do feel kind of shitty about having, so initially when I bought this, I was like, oh cool, like this is something which reminds me of like Mexico, and I love Mexico. Like the way people will throw down those like coquitas here, like fucking wild. Like you'll meet like old 100-year-old diabetic women and they're like, I will only take the full fat Coke, like nothing else. But I learned that that's because of Coca-Cola being like an evil corporation. But, like, I don't know, I'm gonna use this up. Everything's very complicated when you know about anything. If I could recommend you do anything for your mental health, it's to learn nothing and become dumber. And again, like I bought this off of Amazon, which is another evil corporation where like in Mexico, pretty much there is no national mail. So like if you want to order anything and have it delivered, you pretty much have to use either Amazon or DHL. So again, it's just like the pure monopolies. But that shit do be smelling nice though. My next favorite is, this is a recent YouTube find for me. Her name is Sarah Rose. She's a beauty YouTuber. I think she does like kind of old school YouTube style videos, but she actually uses a lot of drugstore products. I don't know what it is. I feel like most of the popular beauty YouTubers, they're like, I won't even like the more niche ones, they're like, I would never touch a drugstore product. And I'm like, cool. Like, how is it to be very wealthy or receive Gucci for free? I wouldn't know personally. Sarah Rose actually makes like recommendations and like showdowns of products that like I might actually buy. She recently did like a or I don't know if it was recent, but I just found it. It was like her brow lamination product showdown, and I think like 70% of the products were drugstore. And I actually picked up the NYX like re-released more extreme brow glue she recommended, and like I haven't tried it yet because I'm almost done my Refi brow shit is so expensive, but it's one of the only products I've ever used that actually like somewhat holds up my fucking eyebrows. But I've been really into Sarah Rose like over the last month. I'm super recommend her channel if you like more like old school YouTube beauty content when like people weren't like afraid to like use fucking Maybelline. Like get over it. Sorry, I love drugstore shit. My bad. The next thing I'm really into, now this is a Mexican perfume brand that I think makes some of my favorite perfumes in the world at a really good price. This is Perfumerica, and this is their Ego perfume. Ego means fig in Spanish. I really like it because they put your name on the front of the bottle. It makes me feel like a special boy. This is a delicious, super fresh fig perfume. Like, I wouldn't say, like, this does capture a bit of the sweetness of figs, but also the greenness. Pretty much the most popular fig perfume I can think of is Philasicos by Diptyque. One, Diptyque is expensive as fuck. Two, I'd say that's a more like strictly woody and green and fresh fig perfume. This I'd say is like Diptyque, but with like more of the sweetness of the fruit, which I prefer, honestly. I'm a huge fig hoe. I'm wearing this today. So like I'll put the notes up on the screen. I do not remember them all. I believe they do also ship internationally, but if you're ever in like Mexico City, there's like a ton of shops within Mexico City. I believe they're in like other cities in Mexico too. I am obsessed. Perfumerica. There's like a lot of their other scents that I really like. They had a seasonal one that was Copal and Cempasúchil, and that smelled delicious. My friend recently bought their vanilla perfume, and I'm a big fan of it. Perfumerica, love it. Next is this amber ring. I will insert the name of the business I bought this from into Poznan. I love this. I love like the organic, funky shape of it. I love like the smokiness of the amber. Like it looks kind of magical when the light hits it. I picked this up at a shop in like the little centro of Poznan. Beautiful. I've been wearing this shit like all the time. Like I love this ring. My next favorite is sardines. I don't know, one day I woke up and I was like, I need to eat approximately 97 sardines. I would say 2 or 3 times a week I eat sardines now. Apparently they're a superfood though. They're like fucking great for you. So I really like them on toast with unagi sauce in the morning. I really like to make like a rip-off Sicilian pasta with them. Like, I also I'll put them on toast with like cream cheese and like tomatoes and everything bagel seasoning. There's also a Turkish-inspired sardine sandwich I really like where you do like yogurt and like marinated tomatoes and onions, and it's just, fire. Been eating hella sardines. My next favorite I gotta show you is this book light. Now something about me, if you know on my channel, I've been doing notes where I kind of like read Interview with the Vampire for you or whatever, so you ain't gotta read it, but something like, I have like some insomnia issues, so sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and like, something I've been working on is like trying to shop less and finding things to do to like replace online scrolling, replace hunting for things. When I read in the middle of the night, I do not want to turn on all the lights in my house. I want to be like in a cocoon of light under the blankets, and this book light truly fucks. So you click it on in there and it has like different settings, which I really appreciate. There's like warmer ones, cooler ones. And yeah, I just clip it in here and I'll like read in my like little fort at night. This book light has like changed the game. Love it. I got it off Amazon. I super recommend like a book light. I'm not a big Kindle girl. Like I know if you have a Kindle, they light up, so you wouldn't need that. But like for like the traditional book exquisite. Next is Batty Bean. So like I don't know, I've been really into makeup. I've been really into like eyeshadow, declutters, makeup looks, makeup styles, blah blah blah. I've watched literally, I think over the last month, I've watched a Batty Bean video like every day. One, like I really like her because she's like a fellow alt baddie, or like I don't know, so I'm in my 30s, but like I don't know, the millennial based shit never really hit me like that. Like Batty Bean talks about how she's in like a war against beige, and like I fucking feel that. Like I don't know what it is with like people in my age group and like beige Christmas, the minimal makeup, like it all just feels like some kind of like Ronald Reagan shit to me, and like I don't really like it. I want to have blue hair. I want to smudge my eyeshadow down to my nipples. Like I feel like Batty Bean, she's like very soft and very gentle, and like her voice is very soothing, and she seems like a much nicer person than me in general. I don't know, I feel like I'm just kind of like a porcupine in general. Like I can't shut the fuck up. I look a little rough, I talk a little rough, but like I'm like an alright person. She just seems like genuinely sweet, and I find her videos really soothing. I watch them before I go to sleep. I watch them when I have coffee. I love all her takes on like, she just creates really beautiful and interesting eyeshadow looks. So like I want to get on her level and be better at that. But yeah, just been loving Batty Bean this month. 1,000,010. The next is the Table of the Gods ziggurat cake recipe. I actually used this to make kombucha, so I just wanted to shout it out. The kombucha was a hit with my friends, so yeah, like the cake initially, it was like, I think they were called like zigguratu, and like they were essentially made to like appease the gods with like honey and dates and figs and shit like that. I just kind of I made like a date, fig, and almond extract kombucha based off that recipe. So shout out to Table of the Gods. Oh shit, on that note, also, Max Miller, like, who does, like, the Tasting History channel, around, like, October, he posted this video, how to make, like, the, paprika Händel from Bram Stoker's Dracula. Every year on Halloween night, I do, like, a whole ritual, and, I make a feast after. I made his paprika Händel for my Samhain feast, and it slapped 100%, so, like, shout out to, Max Miller for that. Sorry, I just got, like, a notification from like my building administration. They're just harassing people who didn't pay rent yet. But I took care of that days ago, so I'm a responsible queen. I don't know what that is. Anyway, my next favorite gotta be the Hozier concert I went to with the woman I'm dating. He came to Mexico City and like we just like held each other and cried openly for like 2.5 hours, and it was the most beautiful experience of my life. Is that the most lesbian fucking thing you've ever heard? Yeah, and I am delighted to deliver it to you. You're welcome. Man, I fucking love Hozier. Jesus Christ. That's my man, okay? Like, there's like 4 men I like. It's gotta be like Hozier. There's 4 men I like, and Hozier's like 3 of them. You know what I mean? Anyway. Sorry, I've been talking too long. We're just gonna wrap up the end of this favorites. My last 2 are these bone pens, which I also got off of Amazon. I love bones. These are actually snake bone hoops from like Feral Grandmother Arts on Etsy. She's really cool actually. I had her make like special hypoallergenic like clasps because I'm fucking allergic to everything. You know, I'll put these as a favorite too. You know, check out Feral Grandmother Arts on Etsy if you want some like sexy bone jewelry made in the American South, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love these bone pens from Amazon. And my last favorite is a whiskey sweet potato casserole recipe. This is what I based my Thanksgiving recipe on. That's gonna be like a vlog video that comes out in like a while. My vlogs are like a month late just because like I kind of don't want to let people know exactly where I am at any time for safety reasons. That's just like what I choose to do. Even if it like costs me some SEO, you know, because I'm not like on time, but like being on time is like wasp shit, so I don't care. Anyway, this recipe I based it off of, super good. I did mix it up a little bit and you'll see in that video, but yeah, they're like a Tennessee whiskey. I did like an Irish whiskey sweet potato casserole with like Irish whiskey, Irish butter. Anyway, now we're gonna get into my fails of the month. Thankfully this is pretty short so we can wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, when I first moved into this place, I got the cheapest clothing rack off Amazon. I'll insert a picture of it. If you see this on Amazon, do not DNI, all right? Like, do not interact, do not purchase it, do not buy it. Like, this shit one, it came with no directions. All the pieces look the same. It took me like days to put this piece of shit together, and in like a couple months, it literally started like leaning over. Like, it was weird, so I put it together and it was fine, and I shifted it slightly to the left, like very gently. The whole thing crumbled. I was like duct taping it to my armoire. Like, it was a whole fucking mess. So like, just don't buy it if you see it. Unfortunately, another failure I gotta bring up, like, so I'll do like bigger videos, like probably like a 6 or 9 month wrap up or something, like using my Hooga mask. The controllers those masks come with just suck. Like right after I ordered it, it broke. I had to have it replaced. I'll link my initial Hooga review below if you want to check that out. So like I've already had this thing replaced once. I've had it less than 6 months, and like now one of the buttons is stuck and it doesn't work. So like, yeah, Hooga is the most affordable red light mask on the market. I think you might be better off like saving up and waiting a while and getting a more expensive one. It's like the masks themselves work really well, but the remote is like, it seems like it's kind of a piece of shit. Honestly, sorry Hooga. Like I haven't, again, their customer service was really cool about replacing it and everything. So like I might try that again. I'm just like, you know, I paid for something. I want it to work. I don't want to have to hit you up every couple months and be like, yeah, the thing I bought that you already replaced, it doesn't work again. Like that shit kind of sucks, dog. My next fail is this Lactovie deodorant. This I picked up at a random drugstore in Mexico City. So like, one, it's a good thing that it's like the colder months, because like if I put this on before I go to sleep, like if I have a nightmare, like I'm not exactly like on that Will Graham like pouring sweat shit. If I put this on at night before I go to bed, I smell like Will Graham does in the morning, just like dog, BO, angst. Like I have to apply so much of this. Now again, this is like, this doesn't have aluminum in it. This is like, you know, it says anti-irritaciones. Yeah, there's like no alcohol, there's no fragrance, there's also nothing in this that works remotely. So I'm gonna use it up, but like, no thanks, dog. My next failure has gotta be this Cremo perfume. This is spice and black vanilla. Now, this smells like an attractive man drinking a chai tea. It smells really great, but I'm pretty sure when I tried to spray this out, I accidentally sprayed it on my neck. And I'll insert pictures of the shit that ooh, I just hit this. I don't know. Maybe that sounds fucked up. We'll find out together. I'm just some guy, dude. Anyway, like, alright. So spraying this on my neck gave me like a horrible allergic reaction spanning my entire neck. The extent where I was so crusty that I couldn't fucking turn my head. So like, even though this smells really good, and again, I've sprayed this on my arms and stuff with no issue, and it was an accident. I accidentally sprayed myself in the fucking face, okay? But, like, the fact that it gave me like this horrific reaction all over here, like, I kind of don't even want to open it up again, and I don't feel comfortable like reselling it to somebody or like giving it to a friend even. Maybe I'll use it as like a room spray or something. How I know that it was this that irritated me. One, I do not change up my like skincare routine that much, to be honest with you. And the rash and the reaction I got went from like here to here, so like it didn't hit the back of my neck. Literally, it only hit like, you can see my neck's still a little gray. That's from like the reaction. So like, if you have sensitive skin, DNI, baby girl, do not interact. Oh yeah, another failure for me of the month. So this is an indie English perfume brand called Juliette Rose. I found out about them like a long time ago when I was really into perfume Instagram. Honestly, I got some sample scents from them, and like all of the scents are not very good. I don't really want to talk shit on like a small business, you know, but when I was doing perfume Instagram, like she included in the package of like samples I ordered was like, if you like the scents, post about it on social media, but if you don't like them, don't post about it. So I was like, so one, we're hitting with the censorship, but be honest with you, these like, all of the perfumes, like there's just something off with like all of the ones I've tried from her. This is Jamaican Vanilla Cafe Latte. Like, and again, there are indie perfume brands that I really, really like. I love White Owl Perfumery. I love House of Gloy. Oh yeah, no, there's something weird. I think like honestly, and again, like these all smell so whack, and I feel kind of bad saying that because she is like a small indie perfumer based in the UK. She's not like a big corporation or anything like that. But yeah, man, I really didn't appreciate getting a note in my order that was like, you can't express negative opinions about my products. And it's kind of interesting to do that when like the products themselves are not very good. So like, I think I don't know, maybe I'll like sit on this for a while and see if like my opinions change, but literally every perfume I've tried from this brand is not very good. They make one called Queen Bitch, which I was really excited to try because one, it's named after the David Bowie song. Two, it has patchouli in it. It has like the scratchiest, most synthetic patchouli I've ever experienced. So unfortunately, cannot recommend Juliette Rose perfumes. And my last fail of October and November is the Rhode Barrier Cream. So like, again, like I feel like the Rhode brand gets all this hype just because it's like attached to like the skinny white chick of the month. And I know some people are gonna be like, because you're like a fat white chick, you're bitter. And I'm like, yeah, probably. But no, like honestly, I don't think Rhode products are bad. I just don't understand the like extreme hype around them. So from Rhode, I have a couple of their like peptide lip treatments. Again, I think they're okay. I really prefer the hydration and the scents and flavors of like the ColourPop dupes of the Rhode lip peptide treatments. Again, I think the lip peptide treatments are all right, you know? One thing I really do not like, the barrier cream. It is actually a very effective cream. It doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't break me out. But, like, it literally smells like Desitin so strongly that I don't want to put it on my face. And like, it smells like Desitin and like pure plastic. I tend to use it like on my neck and on my body. And like occasionally I'll forget that like it kind of freaks me out on my face and I'll rub it all in there and then I'm like, oh, what smells like Desitin and melting plastic? And like, I mean, ugh. Yeah, so I wouldn't repurchase that, but I do think if the smell doesn't bother you, it is super effective. Like, even when I had my horrible allergic reaction, like, I could put it on there and it didn't like bother me at all. You know, it helped like lock in moisture and soothe it. So I think it is an effective product, but like for me, that like melting plastic Desitin smell is just a no-go, honey. Anyway, this has been my October favorites and fails. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, haunt, laugh, love. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.